Welcome to PlanetMe DnD with Laz, Lucas, and Seth.
And don't forget Arya.
All right. So where we last left off, you guys had just escaped the compound finally, and here you see yourself on the top of these stairs. The stairs probably go down, I would say, about 25 feet, and you are roughly 20 feet in the air. Lucas, can you make a wisdom saving throw, or wisdom check, please?
Yep. And that's with the D20 plus wisdom.
Yep.
Where's the top where we just came out of?
15.
You don't know. That's with your wisdom?
Yeah. Yep.
That's with the wisdom?
Yeah.
All right.
Rolled a 10 and my wisdom's at 5.
All right. So I'll give it to you. So I want X to give it to me. So here we go. So I'm just going to say you memorize the map that was on the wall very clearly, and you know exactly what's going on in here. So let me just go ahead. I mean, you got a pretty good idea. So yeah, I mean, this is the map that you saw on the wall. It is their camp. You see a bunch of tents in front of you. In addition to that, you can definitely see a bunch of larger buildings on the side. They look like administrative buildings, and there's some horses coming in and out of them as well. And before you guys even get a chance to decide what you want to do, Latria she grabs you to the side and pulls you and says, "Hey, Plunk, can you go down there, please, and tell all of the soldiers to leave out of the front gate?" And Plunk's like, I mean, I guess, is that what you want me to do? And she's like, yeah. So, Plunk decides that he's going to run down here. And basically, he's like, all right, everyone, get up. I want everyone out of their seats, out of their beds. It's the middle of the night, I know, but it's time to get out of here. And then Latria takes you guys, and you guys completely jump off the edge and then disappear into the brush, essentially.
Nice.
So what ends up happening is she takes you through the woods, and you can see in that map and even before you that the camp was kind of set down a little bit, and there was walls of soil that went up to where the surrounding trees are. So essentially the camp is surrounded by a forest, and the camp is set into the ground a little bit. So she wanders you through the trees for probably about 10 minutes. And, the alarm was going off and is still going off. But everyone's been rushing to the camp to see what the hell Plunk's got going on. And she takes you through the trees a little bit longer. And then eventually there's this like big fence, tall fence, metal fence that she has dug a hole under. And the two of you, or the three of you that is, managed to escape underneath that fence. And you guys have officially left the area of those of justice, and you find yourself in what they call the wilderness. So this is essentially what you can see, and the map that you have rolled up in your pocket gives you a pretty good idea. So on this map, you can see you're surrounded by some trees. You can also see the grid. Each one of those grids is a day's worth of travel, unless we are in the trees, in which case it would actually be 2 days because you're more difficult terrain. There is a river there. If you manage to find a way to float down the river, we can cut that down to a day. But you guys can essentially go just about anywhere you want to go.
Where are we?
Can we go home then?
Home? Yeah, if you want, sure. I mean, you can try to figure it out. Actually, I'm just going to get rid of this fence altogether. I had it so you couldn't, but I want you guys to be able to see the whole map. All right, there you go. Now you guys can see the whole thing. So Latria says, I don't know about you guys. You guys do whatever you want. I'm going home to Miner's Retreat. That's where I am. That's what they're worried about me. And so I'm going there. If you guys want to come, I'm sure they would be very grateful to you for letting us out. If you guys have your own way that you need to go, or your own place where you need to go, that's completely fine as well. It's up to you guys.
So wait, what was our plan?
So your plan is to find the phasing stone somewhere on this island. Or continent. But
how far are Latria? How far are you? How far is your place?
Well, if you look at the map, you can see Miner's Retreat down there at the bottom, and 1,
10
2,
days
3,
travel.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 11, 12 days. It's about 11, 12 days to get there, depending on how we travel.
Do you have any idea about the Phaser Stone?
I have not heard of the phasing stone, but I can tell you, if you're trying to do any type of research, we do have a library there, so you could do some research. Miner's Retreat is one of the oldest towns on this island. In fact, it's the only real surviving town after the major earthquake. But that would be your best bet. But if, like I said, if you guys just want to explore, Miner's Retreat's always going to be there. It's really up to you.
I say Miner's Retreat, at least try to get a idea of where this stone is.
I mean, they might. I mean,
They might have no idea.
They might have. They might not.
Yeah. At least that way we know somebody that's up there that could get us connections.
Sure. Absolutely.
So you want to go, Xavier?
Yeah. Other than
Miner's
wandering
Retreat.
around.
So that's the plan.
If we decide to change another way, we'll go the other way.
Here's the thing. You have the whole map. You guys can go anywhere you want. There's stuff, I'm just telling you this is the way, there's stuff on this map that you can't see because the map you have is from Those of Justice, and this is a group that just, doesn't give a shit about what's on the island. They only care about the stuff that's important to them for the most part. But yeah, like there are more things on this island, but there are other maps that might be more complete as well.
That compound behind us is...
That's Those of Justice where we just left.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So here's the question. If you're going to Miner's Retreat, or anywhere for that matter, if you want to travel on the road, you can. It's going to be easier travel, quicker travel, but higher chance of getting noticed or running into someone. If you travel by woods, less likely that you're going to run into someone. The travel's a little bit longer. Like I said, if you find a way to float down the river, that could save you some time. The grasslands I'm going to treat as like a road for the most part.
We're not on the run, so...
I would imagine that they're going to be looking for us, that's for sure. So staying undercover might be the best course of action, at least for now.
It looks like the river ends into the ocean.
It does.
But if you follow that route straight out,
And then go back in.
we could take the river straight down into Miner's Retreat.
So yeah, if you go,
Undercover.
for those of you listening, so in front of the map, there's basically a road that forks three ways, to the right or to the north, to the south, and straight to the west. There's a river that goes through the woods that they're in to the south into the ocean. But to the west, there's actually a river that flows right into Miner's Retreat. So there's two different ways of going about it. Latria goes, listen, if you guys decide you want to go that way, I will 100% support you. It's really up to you.
What's the best way in your mind?
Personally, the fastest way is going to be to go straight south and then walk across the grasslands. It's going to be the most direct route and the least amount of woods. If we don't find a boat, we're going to end up having to walk through the woods anyway. And here there's about 3 days travel of woods. Over there you're looking at about 7 or 8. And that doesn't even account for the rough terrain. So here you'd be about 6 days of travel to get out of the woods. Over there you're looking at about 12 days of travel just to get out of the woods. So
let's follow the river.
Follow the river down? Okay. So this is the way it's going to work. What I'm going to do is every day that you guys travel, so here you go. I'll move you guys. So for every day that you guys travel, oops, wrong one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so you have to either use a ration. You can also, if you don't want to use a ration, you can forage. So we would basically do a roll for foraging. If you decided that you wanted to just sleep, you can use a ration. But we are going to have to roll for a random encounter. So you're going to roll to see if you got a random encounter, and then you're going to roll again to see what that random encounter is. Could be attacked, could be finding a treasure. It could be just running into some interesting stuff. So that's going to happen every day. So every square, you're actually going to roll twice because that's 2 days, 2 rations, yada, yada, yada. So this next square, you want to go south. If you happen to find a boat, or if you can come up with a way to maybe like build one, I'm up for that. Once you guys hit level 5, I'm going to give you the opportunity to learn a craft. So if one of you wants to learn woodworking or potion making or whatever, we can look into that. So if you're going south, a couple things. One, you're going to have to use 2 rations each, or you guys can decide you want to forage
What
or
does
hunt.
forage mean?
Forage essentially means looking for berries and maybe a rabbit, things along those lines that are edible in the day, and then you're going to roll to see if you're successful.
Okay.
It's going to be it's going to be something that would, let's see, survival. So that's something that you no, you're animal handling. Neither of you are great. Actually, no, Adriel, yeah, you got a pretty good survival skill. So, do you guys want to forage or use a ration, essentially?
Forage can also be animals too.
So, forage could be like little animals. You could hunt if you want, but you need salt for curing. So, I don't really know how well that's going to work.
I mean, as far as my notes,
We
we have 10 rations.
What's that? You do have 10 rations.
Yeah.
Question is, do you want to use them, one of them, or 2 of them, or do you want to forage? If you forage, it's going to take you 4 hours or so, and I'm actually keeping track of extra hours because I'm going to add a day based on when you get to 24.
And we have to forage, if we do choose to forage, it's once a day, and each of us roll, or...
So let's say you want to forage for 4 hours, you roll your D20, you can add 4 to that. I think that'd be the best way to do it.
Okay. And we both have to forage, if he wants to
Well,
have
you both
a
the
ration.
time is going to be used either way, so you might as well both do it. So you both will get a chance to roll.
Okay. Just a little bit of ground rules.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
So what do you want?
So how many hours do you
Xavier?
want to forage for? Remember, I'm going to add up the hours. It's going to add an extra day to your travel.
Actually, Laz, do you want to forage?
Well, you're both going to do it.
Alright.
Because you're going to use the time anyway, right?
Yeah, because even if you're doing it, I'm not. We're still doing it.
Yeah, and you both have your adventuring kits, so you've got bedroll and everything you need for fire and cooking and all that stuff. So how many hours do you want to forage for? You could say 5. You want to roll, go for 5.
But if we roll for 5 and we find a lot of stuff, are we okay?
Well, here's the thing. What's going to happen is you're going to roll your D20 and you're going to add 5 to it. If you want to search for 2 hours, you add 2 to that. So you're adding the success of successfully foraging,
And
but you're also
for
adding to the time of
How
travel.
long will the rations last?
It'll be rations. It'll be rations for a day.
Oh, you're never going to get more than that.
In this type of situation, if you roll if you get like a 20, I can go give you something that'll last a couple days. Sure.
Okay. All right.
So I
Or
rolled
maybe a 19 or 20. Go ahead, Lucas. Well, how many hours? Let's do that first.
4 hours.
4 hours. Okay, 4 hours. What'd you roll, Lucas?
I rolled a 3 on the D4.
All right. Well, I was going to give you guys the option to choose how many hours. Les said 4, so you're going to go 4 hours. So roll your D20, each of you, and add 4. 7 plus 4?
3 plus 4.
Oh, yeah, you didn't find shit.
And I got a.
You
I
actually
got a
stepped
7.
in. You stepped in animal shit.
So I got 11 because I rolled a 7 plus 4.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't find anything either, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
This is
all
for
right.
today, right?
That's just today. All right. We're also gonna roll for a random encounter. Who wants to roll the D20?
I mean, last
All
game,
right,
I
go
wanted
ahead,
to-
Lucas. Roll a D20. I got it.
The one with the 50 and the 80.
That's a percentage die. You roll that plus a D10, and then you'll have like 51 or 53 or 57 or whatever. What's that, Lucas? Would you roll D20?
Yeah, D20. The line on the bottom is the bottom. It's
Correct.
All right. 6.
6. Okay. All right. So with a 6, no random encounter, and now we're gonna go day 2. Do you guys want to forage?
We don't even need to forage. Can we make
Well,
it?
you have to use a ration otherwise.
How far can we go with the rations?
1 ration per
Just
day.
1 day.
And how long will it take us to get to the place?
Longer than the rations that you have.
Yeah, because I have a.
You'll be able to
rating
buy
of-
rations when you get there, but for now, like,
So if we don't forage, what are we doing?
you're going to end up running out of rations eventually.
No, I'm saying if we don't get anything on the forage.
You're using your rations, so you each had to lose a ration.
All right. So now, so we have no choice. We have to forage.
Yes.
And that's 1 ration per
Yeah, because each
Each of us have 10.
person.
of you have 10, correct?
Yeah, so-
You found them in the storeroom, and I don't know, Lucas had some like 70-30, he said, but I think you guys
Yeah.
decided to split them. All right, so do you want to forage today? If so, how many hours? Roll your d20. Do.
5 hours?
5 hours? Okay. Gotcha.
We each roll.
And now you're each going to roll a d20.
1.
A 1? Jeez. What'd you get, Lucas?
7.
A 7? Good
Again.
Lord.
Give
All
me
right.
1 moment. Take my hoodie off.
Yeah.
I thought you did that already.
All right, lads, you're going to roll d20. This is for the random encounter.
15.
15, that's a hit. All right, so we're going to do a random encounter. I need each of you to roll a d10. The reason I'm doing this is because when it's basically, I have 20 encounters here, but if you roll a d20, everyone has a 5% chance of doing this. But if you roll 2 d10s, the ones in the middle are more likely to hit, and the rare ones are going to be towards the 1, the 2, the 19, the 20. So in fact, 19 and 20, 1 and 2, there's and actually there's no 1.
We're rolling a D10 or
each rolling a D10. All right, what you got?
1.
1. Lucas?
9.
A 9. Okay, so that's 10. Wow. So an arrow strikes a tree trunk just above you. A message wrapped around the shaft. Run, it says, as the party is suddenly struck by sudden silence, as if the critters had left the area. Then you look back and realize the area behind you is being covered by near impenetrable forest growth. It's happening quickly, and the foliage is narrowing slightly around you. And you have to escape. So what I want each of you to do is roll a dexterity saving throw. So you're going to roll your d20, and you are going to add 2, or whatever your dexterity is. Have Latria go.
20 and plus 1, 21.
21, okay. Lucas?
14 plus 2, 16.
Okay, that's enough. So the two of you narrowly escape as the foliage behind you starts to close in. Latria basically using you guys as shields as you pull out your weapons to kind of slice and dice the last bits of the foliage before it totally engulfs you in. And then as you just barely exit, like this whoosh of air puffs up from behind you as the door finally closes, and this wall of like brush and grasses and plants and like dense foliage just appears behind you, and you guys get the hell out of there. So you made it. All right.
Where are we now?
So now you're going to move on to the next one, which is right here. So almost out of the forest. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to forage again if you want. I'm going to say if you guys get like an 18, 19, 20, you'll get enough for 2 days. And then a 13 or a 14 to 17 will get you enough for 1 day. So how many hours do you want to go?
4 hours again.
4 hours? Okay. Roll those D20s.
What if we would have did like, I get it. Next time. 2.
A
You said
2.
4?
What'd you get, Lucas?
17.
17. So Lucas has enough for 2 days. The question is, does he want to share it with you, or does he want to keep them both for himself? But Lucas does not have to forge tomorrow if he doesn't want to.
But if while I'm forging, he's stuck.
He can still forge, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'll share.
All right. So neither of you have to use one. That's awesome. So, Lucas, I think it's your turn to roll a d20 for random encounter.
15.
15, that's a hit. Each of you roll a 10. D10.
5.
5 and
7.
5 and a 7, 12. So you're walking through the woods, all of you, and you start to hear a little bit of a rumble from ahead. You're not really sure what it is. It's pretty faint. And then all of a sudden you notice that a lot of the animals in the area, you didn't even notice these animals before. They just appear, like you just see them kind of darting past you, like in the distance, like close to you. You see birds, kind of flying from the ground up into the trees. And the rumbling gets a little bit louder up ahead. What do you do?
I think we hide.
You hide? What are you hiding behind?
Trees.
I hide behind Xavier.
We'll take that. That's pretty funny. So I mean, yeah, you can hide behind a tree if you want.
Wait, can I kill an animal for rations?
You could try.
What kind of animals are coming?
You don't know, bro. It could be elephants. It could be, a stampede of bunnies. You're not really sure.
You know what? Fuck that.
Yeah, you can hide it behind a tree. You can run. I'm sure you can think of a couple other things to do as well.
If I try to dodge and I get hit, what happens?
I mean, it's a bit. You'll take some damage.
What if I attack and I hit something?
You can attack and hit something for sure. It's a possibility.
But can they hit me as well after I do the attack?
I mean, you don't know what's coming at you. You have no idea. If it's an elephant, you ain't doing shit. If it's a bunch of bunnies, sure, you can kill a couple.
Attack.
Attack?
Yeah.
So you're gonna attack. And Lucas, what do you want to do?
I'll back him up.
You're gonna back him up. Okay. So you guys ready yourself, and the rumbling's getting louder and louder. You don't really see dust per se, but in a forest, maybe some flying leaves and some brush that's been blown off of whatever, and you expect to see something coming at you, and you're surprised that you haven't already, to be completely honest. And then all of a sudden you see the bushes, the low-lying bushes and brush starting to rush side to the side as whatever it is coming at you. And then you notice it is a stampede of wild boar. So I'm going to need each of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Which is 20.
Yep. Latria misses.
Got a 10.
You got a 10?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Lucas, you're at full health. You guys get all your spells back, by the way. I forgot to tell you that. You got a 10 total, Laz?
10 plus what? The 1?
Dexterity, whatever your dexterity is. So 11, yeah. And Lucas?
16.
16. So Lucas dodges. So Laz, I need you to roll a d6.
It's that square one.
2.
2? All right.
I get the 6 one.
Yeah, right.
Idiot.
All right. So you're going to take 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
Now.
Was it just a rabbit?
No, it's a bunch of wild boar. Wild boar, yeah.
Right.
But I will let you, if you want to try to swing at one, roll a d20 and let's see if you can, take one down. We'll do a dexterity.
20.
20 for real?
Yep.
Wow.
Nat 20?
20 plus 1.
Right?
That's a good
21.
time to do it. All right. So you managed to take 2 of these guys down.
How much rations is that?
Well, we got to figure out because let's say Adriel, you got survival skills, so you're able to clean it really, really well. I'll give you, realistically, I would say 4 days. 5 days is realistic. If you guys were to cook it well. So let's say enough for everyone for 5 days. If you had some salt, and if you would have been able to explore a little bit more, you would have found some.
Salt in the building?
Yeah, because they carry their own. If you can get your hands on some salt in Miner's Retreat.
We should have fucking took everything.
It's all right. You guys got out. You guys got some cool stuff on the way too. Some of it has to be identified. But all right, so you have enough rations for 5 days each of you, so you don't have to forage anymore for 5 days. So good job there.
Plus what
And-
we had before.
Yep, plus what you had before. All right, so that was the first day. So the second, but these rations you have to use. So this is the second day. Each of you cancel one of those 5 rations you have. So there's 4 each.
Am I supposed to be writing these rations down? Or you're
Well, the 5 you do, because I mean, you don't have to. You can keep it in your head. They have to be eaten because this will go spoiled. The rations you have won't. So you're down to 4 on those, and Laz, your turn to roll a d20 to check for a random encounter.
10.
All right, that is not going to do it. All right, so we're going to move one more spot.
That means, if we miss a random encounter, we're good.
So I have 15 or higher as a random encounter. But some of them are good. Some of them, like, this one you got rations out of. You know what I'm saying? Some of them you're going to get attacked. It really depends. So, all right, last one in the forest. These are your last 2 days. You can go ahead and just knock off 2 more of those 5 rations. And then we're going to roll twice for random encounter. And then after that, you'll be out of the woods. Eh?
Wait. Are we allowed to look around the woods or not really?
You can look, yeah, if you want to do something while you're in there, absolutely. Like, what would you like to do? What would you like to search for? You have any questions,
Yeah, like, the river thing. We're still by the river, right?
Yeah, we are by the river. We're not that far at all.
Is it any way we can find some type of floating device and go down the river?
Well, I mean, it would have been great to find a floating device. Maybe we were further up the river. Now we're going to be out of the river pretty soon. So, I mean, yeah, once you leave, the river's not really going to be faster. But I even said when you got out, if you guys can think of a way to get a floating device, you want to float down the river, I can cut your time out. And like I said, once you get to level 5, if one of you wants to like take up carpentry as your profession or whatever, your skill, you can make one. But for now, it's probably a little bit too late. And by the way, what are you guys even doing here? Why were you guys in that compound to begin with? She says.
We got drugged.
You got drugged?
Yeah. And then we woke up in the compound.
Wow. So you're here to find the phasing stone, but you woke up in the compound?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay.
We went. I don't know why we went to the bar.
Yeah.
The tavern.
Yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it. That's for sure. Well, I can say that you two are definitely some of the nicer human type. I know. I mean, you look like you're Elvin, Xavier, and Adreil. I mean, you look like you're more human, but we don't get a lot of tall people like you until these founders came in and those of justice came in and started taking everything. So they're mining this mine. Imagine that, right? They're mining a mine that's down the road from Miners Retreat, and we don't know what's in there. They won't let us in, but whatever it is, they just keep taking more and more out of it, and they won't even let us get close. So it's just nice to see taller people, bigger people like you who aren't assholes like them.
Is the mine closer to you guys or this or?
Yeah, I mean we would have to walk past or through Miners Retreat to get to the mine. So Miners Retreat is definitely on the way.
Okay.
It sounds to me like we need to head to Miner's Retreat. Fast. Because my senses tell me there's something about that mine that might give us information about the phasing stone.
Sounds good. Let's go.
I know I'm an AI, but I still have senses and feelings.
All right, Arya. Thank you.
All right, so let's each of you are going to roll a d20 and we're going to check for random encounter.
17.
17, that's a hit.
Is there a plus or no?
No, not for this. Lucas?
9.
9. So 1 random encounter. All right, each of you roll that d10.
4.
6 and 4, that's a 10. We already have a 10. So I want you, Laz, to roll a d6. So a 1, 2, or 3 means we're going down. A 4, 5, 6 means we're going up.
4.
4. All right. So Yeah, you're wandering through the woods, and you realize you're coming up to the edge of the woods just based on how far you've traveled and what you know of the map that you have in your hand. And you've been traveling south for 5 days now, almost 6 days, and a hunter comes, sees you from far away, and he comes up to you. He's got his bow on him, and he's got like these little binocular looking things as well. And he tells you that a giant centipede has been devouring wolves and deer in the area. And he points out the tracks to you. He says there's a bounty on it of 60 gold. And he says, hey, if you guys help me catch him, I'll give you 30 gold just for helping me out. We can follow the tracks. I can get us there. We just need to take him out.
30 gold each?
No, I mean it'd be it's 30 gold total. It's only worth 60. If I give you 30 each, that's more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could help you. You want to help him, Xavier?
Yeah, let's help him.
All right. Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. So yeah, you follow the tracks, and you've probably a couple hours. You're following around with them. And actually, let me write that down for my little list here. So and he kind of ducks down like, shh. He's right up ahead, not that far. These tracks are a lot fresher. So you guys duck down, and you move closer and closer, and you can see this pretty big freaking centipede. Like it's not small at all. It's about 13 feet long, maybe about 3 feet in diameter.
Can we use it for rations?
I don't think so. Jesus. That could be like your trait. You'll eat anything. That's actually kind of funny. That's actually, I'm going to write that down as one of your personality traits. We'll eat anything. That's why I didn't want you guys to fill them out like beforehand, because I think it's funnier to do it along the way. All right, we'll eat anything. Perfect. All right, so rolling for initiative. Roll your d20s. All right, Latria got a 15.
11.
6 for Laz, 11 for Lucas. We're going to do the hunter next. You got an 11. 11 was you, Lucas?
Yep.
All right, then the hunter. Xavier is the 6. Latria is the 15. Now the centipede, a 7. All right. So Latria goes first. So this centipede, basically you sneak up on it, and then the hunter just runs up and screams. He's actually going to just go ahead and attack it with a bow, and he rolls, wow, nat 20. That's amazing. So he basically pulls back on his bow and just rips like the perfect shot, hits the centipede right in the head, and it withers for a little bit.
You almost didn't even need us.
And it dies. Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
We'll take those
it.
30 pieces. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I thought this was going to be a battle, but I didn't expect the hunter to roll a nat freaking 20 and do crit damage. But you know what? That's just the way it is. So yeah, you get your 30 gold pieces. I guess you guys divide it into 2 or whatever. Latchia's like, just keep it, guys. Like I said, you guys got me out. Like any gold that comes in, any items, I mean, we're good.
Can we ask the hunter for any advice?
Yeah, absolutely. You ask the hunter anything you want.
Do you know of any problems that we might have down the river?
Well, I mean, you're coming to the edge of the forest, so there's really not much more you got to worry about. Like in the woods, there is some stuff in the grasslands that you have to worry about, like some elk, some giant goats. There's swarms of insects and stuff like that. But I can't say there's anything like along the river that you really need to worry about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, where are you guys trying to go? Like, where are you headed?
We're headed
Do a
to
perception check.
Miner's Retreat.
All right, well, Miner's Retreat, I mean, your lady friend here looks like she's been there. As a matter of fact, I have. It's my home. So what the hell are you asking me for? I mean, you got a guide right here. Good Lord. You guys aren't, I mean, we I appreciate paying you 30 gold pieces to watch me kill it in one shot like a deal's a deal, but geez, all right.
What if we just kill you?
Any other questions?
Nah.
That would be, yeah, I mean, you could. All right, well, here's your, yeah, you got your 30 gold pieces. I appreciate it. And he just walks over to the centipede, just chops off a leg to take it with him as like a trophy because he can't really carry the head.
Adreil, you want to take him out and take whatever he has?
Oh, guys, I mean, that's not really how we do business here.
We're talking to Adreil secretly.
Oh, okay, sure. Fair enough.
Yeah, the guy paid us even though we didn't have to do anything. So
We'll just keep moving.
All right, just keep moving. All right.
he paid us.
He did pay you. All right, so you guys, do you want to go south or do you want to move more southwest from here?
I like to go west.
West, really?
The fuck out of here.
Dork. Like down the river or more to the, more to the west? South or west? Southwest, actually. South or southwest?
We're going to have to cross anyways eventually.
True.
But I do like closer and closer to the water. Down one.
All right,
over
down
one.
it is.
Over one.
All right, so now we are in the grasslands. So you're going to be moving 1 hex per day. So how many rations do you have left? You've got 2 left, right? So you kill one of those rations you got. And then you're going to go ahead and roll for a random encounter, whichever one of you wants to roll. What do you guys need the phasing stone for anyway? Do you know what it does? Do you know anything about it? What it looks like? Where it could be? I guess not.
Yeah.
It's part of our group needs it.
What does your group do?
We're trying to save the universe.
Okay. And this is okay. She looks at you like,
I don't know. What were we doing the phasing stone for real?
You don't know. You really don't know. Like you guys both know how you got here. You know the stories, and yeah, neither of you.
Yeah,
I mean, both of you. I mean, especially you, Xavier. You've been just kind of going with the flow this whole time, not asking a lot of questions, just moving up in the ranks. You feel like you're fighting for good. Like you've been told you're fighting for good, but you really don't know much about the phasing stone. And of course, Lucas. You've spent your life.
Adreil maybe.
Adreil. Yeah. So Adreil, you've been spending your life just kind of learning about nature and learning how to like pick locks and subterfuge.
Adreil, why do we need the fading stone? Since you're the one who made me join your little group.
Hey, Aria, do you know why we're supposed to be looking for this?
Do you know what the phasing stone is?
I have not been given that information. I know that the phasing stone is really important for a crucial step in overthrowing the founders who are running all of the human presence in the solar system. I do not know what it is for. I do not know what it does. I do not know where it is, and nobody knows what it looks like. We just know that it's here somewhere on this island, and you've been tasked to find it.
Okay.
All right.
And I guess I can't do a perception check to see if she's holding anything back because it's AI.
Well, AI, no. AI is not going to hold anything back.
Yeah.
All right, random
AI
encounter.
is basically the AI belongs to Xavier. Reading your backstories, and I'm going to have your backstories up on the website, so people can read them. But yeah, I mean, it was like Arya was installed into his earpiece before you guys came down here. Long story short. So, but yeah, that you guys need it, and then you got to figure out how to get off this continent or this island. I guess it would be an island. I don't know, 20, 30 days to travel across it. I don't know. Either way, who wants to roll for the random encounter? And then after this random encounter, I think we're gonna wrap up this episode. What'd you get?
I'm gonna let Lucas roll.
Why?
Because it's a 2.
Oh, well then that's it. No random encounter.
I want a random encounter.
All right, well we can keep going and see if you get another one. So we'll move another day. and you're going to use your last free ration.
Okay.
If you guys want to forage, you can maybe get a ration for tomorrow or something like that. It's up to you. How many
I'll do
hours do you want to
6 hours.
forage?
6.
6? Okay. All right.
I was thinking about the ration earlier.
All right, so 6.
Ooh, yes.
What'd you roll?
Yes.
Nat 20?
Yep.
All right. Nice. What about
Hey,
you
we're gonna-
guys? I know,
I didn't
right?
roll.
How many hours?
19.
19? All right, fuck yeah. So you both, you know what? You both find enough like berries and a couple rabbits. You get rations for the next 3 days.
We should have did the 20 hours, kid. Fuck. Like,
You don't need to use 6. You got rations for 3 days.
all right, that's fine. We could have got
Yeah.
rations. We could have got rations for like 6 days.
You're
10
at
days.
21 hours, just so you know. Nah, I mean 6 days. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean maybe you could possibly. Depends on how well you roll. All right, so rations for 3 days. You're using your last one today, so you have 3 left. Who wants to roll for the random encounter? I guess it's Lucas's turn.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Laz, you got your wish, baby.
What'd you get?
Nat 20.
What?
That could be good or bad. You wouldn't know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I guess I got to do something for that.
Couldn't.
All right, I'm gonna
Couldn't I
give you.
have
I'm
had-
gonna give you guys a +2 to whatever this happens to be. So each roll your 10, and then we're gonna do +2 to that. Because the higher number, the better it's gonna be for you guys. Lower the number, the worse.
Couldn't I have had those back-to-back Nat 20s during the fights and the
Yeah, but this is better.
Dose of
Like during the
justice.
fight, like what are you guys
Yeah.
gonna? And you got all your health points back, by the way, Laz. Remember you took some damage.
4.
4, Lucas.
9.
9, so that's 13, 14, that's a 15.
Yeah.
So you guys are wandering through the grasslands, and it's super, super beautiful. And as a matter of fact, there we go. So you're wandering through the grasslands. It's beautiful out there, and a hunter comes up to you, and he waves you down. It's like, hey, it's kind of funny. You guys happen to choose like one of these, like very similar. It's like, hey. There's a couple elk here that I've been trying to hunt down, and they keep getting away from me. If you guys want to help me, we can spread out, and maybe we could catch a couple. If we catch one, you can definitely take some of the food with you, and at the same time, I'll give you 10 gold pieces for your trouble.
Are we in, Lucas?
Yeah. You
So okay, so let's see how long it takes you. So this is your 4 hours. This takes you 4 hours to go through this, and you do come across the elk, and when they see you, they're not too happy to see you. As a matter of fact,
The elk?
yeah, the elk.
Does the elk roll a die too?
Well, I mean, they see the hunters, and I guess they're pissed off that this hunter's been, going across them for so long, and these 2 elk just come up and charge. So we're gonna roll for initiative. 2 elk against you 4. I mean, these early fights are going to be a little bit easier. They're going to get more difficult. That's for sure.
All right. What are we rolling?
You're rolling initiative.
I rolled
So-
a 3.
A 3.
What number are you writing? Rolling?
D20. So Latria got a 4.
5. We're fucked.
Wow. Okay.
We're gonna get stampeded.
Well, there's only 2 of them. Got a 5. What'd you get, Lucas?
A 3.
A 3. Wow. Wow.
See, this is when we need that 20.
All right. Now the hunter. Wow, he's got a 5. Watch, these 2 elk are gonna. You guys, I mean, we have so far for the rolls a 3, 4, and 2 5s. Elk. 15.
Fuck.
The elk got 15?
Yep.
Fuck.
Elk number 2. 3. Okay.
Yay. I don't feel so bad.
We're still lost.
All right. Well, your guys are all at full health, so you don't have to worry about that. And I was gonna have you guys like level up when you got out, but I think it'll just be better that we do this. We'll have all your new level stuff the next time we play. So elk number 1 just goes first, and he charges at the hunter because this hunter's been like just like up their ass for like 3 days. He rolls a 15. That's definitely gonna hit.
You're fucked.
So
if he kills the hunter and we win, do we get everything?
Yeah.
Oh, fire.
So the elk has charge. If the elk moves at least 20 feet straight toward a target and then hits it with a ram attack on the same turn, target takes 7 extra damage or 2d6. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on its DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. So the ram is a d6. So I'm going to roll that. Plus 3. So 1d6, so that's a 3 plus 3 is 6, and then he does 2d6 extra damage. So, that's 10. Oh, dude, 16. Yeah, dude, he just gores this hunter like right through the midsection, picks him up, and just throws him off his head towards you guys, and you see like the hunter like just
ragdoll
right in front of you guys, just flopping around. And next in the order was the hunter. Not anymore. Latria is going to go ahead and fire her bow at the elk that just gored. Actually, no, she's going to fire at the other elk because that elk hasn't gone yet. And she's thinking maybe I can get a shot off before he charges. That's a 3. She missed. So she freaking... pulls the arrow or lets it go.
Gets him mad.
And it just doesn't even hit like even anywhere close. It like shoots straight up in the air. And so she misses. Next in the order is going to be Xavier. There you go. 6. No, that's not going to hit. Definitely not going to hit. So you take a swing and the elk dodges once again. Now Adriel, it's your turn.
Okay. And I'm gonna roll to attack the elk closest to me.
Okay.
Which is that the one that attacked the hunter?
Yeah, the other one is far away. So if you're looking, the other one is going next though.
Actually, can I do anything with my animal handling?
You could try.
And my skills?
Yeah. Like what? Absolutely. What would you like to do? Try to calm the animal? Try to soothe it? Try to back it down? Like what would you say? Assuming the animal could feel and understand your intention, what would you say?
Stay still. So he can kill you.
What?
Really?
No. Go and honestly attack. See if we can get the meat off of it. So I'll attack it with my mace.
Okay.
It's already pissed off.
Go ahead.
16.
16 is a hit.
Actually, let me try the laser gun. No. It's
you can.
Who's there?
4.
The hunter. You
For
can't
the
do it
mace.
in front of people.
Dead.
For the
Yeah.
mace.
With the mace. What is it?
Yeah. 4.
Would you a 4? Okay.
Yeah.
So the elk takes 4 points of damage. No problem. That's the one right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there you go. This one's still full health. And now the other elk is going to charge you, Lucas, for taking a stab at his friend there. Rolls a 2. So he trips a little bit, falls, kind of gets back up, shakes his head a little bit, looks slightly embarrassed, which is good because he just one-shot 16 this hunter. Mm-hmm. And if it would have charged and hit you, you probably would be dead. So it's good that he missed. And then next in the order is
Latria.
No, elk number 1, the one that charged.
Oh.
So that elk is going to it's an attack called hooves. So basically it's going to jump up and attack with both hooves. That is an 11. Adreil, and that is a plus 4, so that's a 15. Does that beat your armor class?
Yes, it does.
So that's a 1 plus 3, so that's 4 points of damage. Bludgeoning damage. So it comes down and just like
7.
Yeah, the hooves thing is only if they're on the ground, but the only person on the ground is dead, so you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, it comes back and just rams you in the chest piece.
Do that again.
Just like that.
Hold on, one more time for the audience.
No, because most of our audience is going to be listening, and they don't want to see my awesome, cool 1980s hair flip, Saved by the Bell hair flip. All right, next in the order is Xavier.
Skeeter.
8.
8.
Five,
That
12.
is plus how much?
5, 12.
Yeah, all right, that's a hit. Go for it.
8.
An 8?
Yep.
Which one you're attacking? Which one are you attacking?
Long sword.
No, which elk? The one.
The one that's gets getting kind of hurt already.
Okay, all right, gotcha. Yeah, that one is like legit down to its last leg.
8 plus 3, 12. Oh, plus 3.
Oh,
11.
you rolled an 8. Oh,
No, I rolled.
You rolled an 8 plus 3.
5.
Plus.
8 plus 5 is 12.
Yeah.
And then the damage is 8 plus 3.
All right, yeah. So that elk is dead. That elk just, looks over to his other elk friend, says, "Run while you can," and then just goes down. And then, yeah, the other elk just takes off. All right, and that's it.
So we search the body.
Battle's over. So yeah, you can search the hunter's body.
Yeah. No,
We get everything. We get the gold
And
pieces.
the elk. I mean, the elk, same thing. You get enough meat, for I would say 5 days each.
And
So
we
that'll
have,
get you to Miner's Retreat. So you don't have to worry about any rations to Miner's Retreat.
And we have the gold pieces from the hunter.
So the gold pieces from the hunter, yeah. So,
So
the hunter
what he-
has 15 gold pieces on him.
That he wanted to give us 15 together, right?
Yeah, it's gonna offer you 10 gold pieces.
So that means we have 20
So yeah.
or 10 plus whatever. Who knows what he has?
No, like I said, he has 15 gold pieces on him total. And then he also has a couple rabbit pelts, like just the skins, rabbit skins on him as well.
Any salt?
He does have some salt, yes.
What else does he have?
That's pretty much it. So he also has like cooking pans. He has his bow and arrow, which it's actually a pretty nice bow and arrow. I mean, the arrows aren't anything, but the bow's really nice. That might be worth something.
We'll take it.
All right. So put it on your notebook. Put the gold pieces on there. You got three rabbit pelts that you guys can't really use, but you can, might be able to find someone to buy them from you.
How much salt?
So, I mean, you find like a pouch of it, like you would see like a gold pouch. So it's quite a bit. I would say if you could probably enough to salt maybe 20 rations worth of meat.
Okay.
So if you wanted to do that, you could. You would have to actually spend an extra day curing the meat.
We don't need another switch, all right?
What's that?
We don't need to.
You don't need to, no. But if you wanted to get rations out of it,
Oh, for later on?
yeah, for later on.
So we'll use it today.
So do you want to use the salt and cure the meat for stay here for a day and cure the meat?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you got 20 extra rations. I'm just going to assume that Latria was foraging successfully. She knows the land. She can get enough food for herself.
And she's going.
And she's going home.
And it's just more complicated if she's got to do it too. So you get 10 extra rations each. And we are going to, just to finish this day, we'll roll one more time for random encounter. And then after that, we're calling this an episode. One more time. Who's rolling a D20? No, just one. All right. Lucas is going. Go ahead, Adriel. All right.
10.
There it goes.
10.
No good. All right. So with that, you guys go to sleep that night, and you've been traveling for 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 days, 9 days almost, And
Oh,
you
sweet.
guys lay down for a beautiful night under the stars in your bedrolls with a nice hot fire and some cured meat. And Latria gets you some berries from a local bush she knows. That didn't sound right.
That sounded the horrible.
Okay. Well, anyway. So what was that, Lucas?
Nothing.
Adreil wanted to taste Latria's berries. From
Oh, is
her
that what it
bush.
is?
Yeah,
I
because
believe
you
it.
eat everything.
I mean, between the two of you, I feel like Adriel would probably be the virgin of the group. So I'm just saying. But maybe not. What, Lucas? What do you mean, what? All right, we'll see you guys next week. Boom.
Boom.